This is the Gregory Maven 35, and it's a really versatile option for hikers and backpackers who are looking for something that can work as a day pack, but it can also haul up to 40 pounds with its suspension system. The features are really intuitive, it's streamlined and lightweight, and the torso is actually adjustable, so you can get that perfect fit. I want to start with the Aerilon Suspension system. Any load hauling pack is going to have some sort of a rigid suspension that's meant to transfer the heavy weight of the pack down to the hip belt where you can carry more weight as opposed to on your shoulders. And sometimes that rigid suspension can feel boxy. It can cause you to not be able to move freely. So what Gregory has done here is they've created a very supportive and rigid suspension system that also moves with you. This is a wishbone style suspension. So you have an aluminum frame that goes around the outside, and then it comes together here towards the middle and down into the bottom of the hip belt, or the back of the hip belt here. So when the weight of the pack is pushing down, that is really rigid and it effectively transfers the weight to your hips. But when you're moving side to side, that wishbone is going to allow the pack to twist and move with your body movements, so it doesn't feel boxy, and that keeps you more comfortable on the trail. An iconic comfort feature on a lot of Gregory's packs is this built-up lumbar pad. This sits on that natural shelf in your lower back, so as you cinch down the hip belt, it's going to work in tandem with the suspension system to really transfer the load to your hips. I really like the seamless design here where you have a lot of mesh that flows almost seamlessly into the hip belt. So as you cinch that down, it's going to feel really comfortable and it's going to feel natural. Now, behind the scenes, you've got some foam. There's a couple different densities of foam in the back panel. So the foam that's up against your back is a little bit more cushioned, so that's comfortable. There's lots of cutouts in there to keep you cool on the trail. And then behind that, you actually have a denser foam to support more weight. If I turn the pack to the side, I want to show how much ventilation there is actually behind the back panel. So this is really going to keep you cool on the trail. As someone who has worn this pack over miles on the trail, you can really feel that cooling down your back, and that goes a long way to keeping you comfortable on the trail. Now, if I turn the shoulder straps around, you've got that same padding, the padding that is both comfortable and rigid, so it supports weight. You've got the mesh there too, and a little bit of cutouts on the shoulder strap as well. So everything about the back system is meant to be lightweight, supportive, and very breathable. This pack comes in 2 sizes, so you can choose which size is best for you, and each size has an adjustability range. So all you need to do to adjust that is break the Velcro, move it up and down to your preferred height. While we're on the back, I want to point out this really convenient pocket. You have a medium-sized opening here that you can access all your gear that's on the top. So I put some lighter weight items in here that you might want to get your hands on quickly. You don't want to get lost in the rest of your pack. There's also a shallow pocket here. You could throw a map in there or a first aid kit or something like that. Now down on the bottom, there are 2 large hip belt pockets. I've got a granola bar stuffed away in one. This is a mesh pocket, so it's nice and stretchy. And the other side, I've got my phone in there. You have kind of a more protective material. Nice big pocket for a phone or a small camera or something like that. Now on the sides, you do have 2 big stretchy water bottle pockets. You can store any number of different types of gear in there. And the top lid is actually floating. So if you have this completely packed out for a weekend of backpacking, you can move this lid up and down. But if you don't have it packed out, you can use these straps to cinch it down and kind of secure the load. This is a true top-loading pack, so it's easy to get into that main body. They keep it streamlined and simple, so there's not a whole lot of different pockets or ways to get into the pack, just through the top access here, and then down in the bottom through a convenient sleeping bag compartment. A lot of packs in this size range kind of skimp on allowing you access into the bottom to save a little bit of weight, but this is a feature that I really appreciate. It lets you get into the bottom of the pack. If you've got a sleeping bag tucked away in there, you can easily access that, and this whole bottom of the pack kind of just dumps out. If you're just going on a day hike and you don't have a sleeping bag, you can access gear from the bottom and from the top, so you don't have to remove everything from the pack to get to what's on the bottom. You do have compression straps down here on the bottom where you can store something like a sleeping pad or just use these to compress the rest of the pack. And then a nice stretchy stash pocket right here on the front. An added bonus is they give you a rain cover that's specifically designed for the pack. So this fits right over top and protects your gear even further. But if you know it's not gonna rain that day, you can leave this at home and store some smaller items in there and save a little bit of weight. There's a couple of other convenient features. You've got bungees for trekking poles, a tool loop down here, and lots of places on the pack where you can lash gear. There's even a convenient sunglass holder right here on the harness. So as you're hiking through trees and in the sun, you can take your sunglasses off and stow them right on the front. This is a really convenient, streamlined pack, and with Gregory's heritage of building comfortable, load hauling packs, you can trust that this will help you comfortably carry the load on the trail without weighing you down. It's the Gregory Maven 35. Thanks for watching. If you have additional questions about the gear you just saw, please feel free to visit backcountryedge.com and get in touch with me or one of our other gear specialists. We also have technical specs about that gear on the product pages of our website, and oftentimes we have bonus videos. If you like our channel, please subscribe.